Today, the focus turns to Tesla. It's up over 100% on the year. The EV maker has shown no signs of slowing down, but should we be more concerned about Tesla's present and near term rather than its long-term future?
Chinese car company BYD, which surpassed Tesla this year as the top-selling EV in the world. Tesla's competition is really gaining traction, right? They've also done a lot of recalls to that effect, right? They recalled 4 million cars since January 2022.
In today's episode of False Things the Fake News has said about Tesla, what the fuck was that? 4 million vehicles recalled in the last year or so? What are they talking about? Of course, it's an innocent mistake. So, in this video, we're going to be looking at some falsehoods, some lies, some misinformation, and more FUD from the Yahoos at Yahoo Finance regarding Tesla, and then looking at some facts that paint a very different picture, and funnily enough, don't care about Yahoo Finance's feelings. While we're on the subject of facts that have zero regard for one's feelings, I spit a lot of those very things, facts, exclusively on Patreon and over on X. You want to hear what I really think about a wide range of topics, not just Tesla? Click the links in the pinned comment to subscribe. Or don't. Stay safe in your nice little protected bubble here where I just talk about Tesla mostly.
Today, the focus turns to Tesla. It's up over 100% on the year. The EV maker has shown no signs of slowing down, but as friend of the program, Steve Sosnick asks, should we be more concerned about Tesla's present and near term rather than its long-term future?
Now this is going to be good. Should investors be ignoring Tesla's long-term potential and instead focusing on the short term? I cannot wait to hear how Yahoo Finance addressed this question.
Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Ali Garfinkel from what investors should be focused on for Tesla. Ali.
Akiko, Tesla has never been just about Tesla, right? Tesla has been about futurism. It's been about fear of climate change. And it's been about, well, faith. Steve Sosnick and I were actually talking, and he literally called it a faith-based stock. Now, that being said, I want to push that faith aside. I even want to push Elon Musk aside for a moment and talk about some of the fundamentals we're really seeing in Tesla, especially when it comes to the near term.
Yes, please. Tell me more about that near term, Daddy. Is it going to be 10 cents per share? Is it going to be 8 cents per share? Could it even be as high as 11 cents per share? Oh, wait, what? That's awkward. Why are we looking at Apple stock since IPO? Does anyone understand the point I was trying to make? I've lost my train of thought. I got so excited and focused on the near term. This is so fun, guys. I wonder what Amazon stock's going to do the rest of this week. Is it going to be higher or lower than 67 cents per share? Oh, it's 80. Wow, look at that. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's going the wrong way. Oh, no, I'm scared. What do we do? Should I sell? Should I buy? I'll sell now. It went up a lot. I doubled my money. Time to sell. Wait, I forgot what my point was again. That's weird. Short memory. This is such an exciting game, guys. You just have no idea how fun this is. Look. Tesla's $1.53. What's it going to do next week? I don't know. Should I sell now? Maybe if it gets to $2, I'll sell. Let's see if it gets... Oh, $2, I'm selling at $2.24. I'm a fucking genius investor. I'm so smart. Look, I made a lot of money on Tesla stock over the short term. And look, I'm so smart because it went down after I sold it for $2.25. Absolute fucking genius. Buy my course in the link in the pinned comment on how to invest like a genius. Wait, I forgot what my point was again. It's really awkward. 3 for 3. I'm sure I had a point. I don't really know what it was. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments below.
Now, some things to think about include increasing competition. Tesla's competition is really gaining traction, right?
No, not right. The opposite of right. Wrong. Tesla's competition is not gaining traction. They're still spinning their wheels. In fact, their wheels haven't even started to spin. Just because you say a thing does not make it true. Stay tuned because in just a few moments, I'll be bringing some facts to the table. You know, the things that don't care about your feelings or your ridiculous assertions, showing that Tesla's competition, what competition? Exactly.
You, of course, have competition in the US, think GM or Ford, which both saw EV sales growth this year. But I want to think even bigger than that. You out there, I want you to think bigger because think about Chinese car company BYD, which surpassed Tesla this year as the top-selling EV in the world.
On screen now, these are what's known as the facts. In Q1 2023, Tesla delivered 422,875 electric vehicles versus BYD with 264,647 electric vehicles sold. In Q2, Tesla delivered 466,140 electric vehicles versus BYD at 352,163 for a total in the first half of 2023 to Tesla of 889,015 electric vehicles versus BYD's 616,810. Tesla sold 272,205 more electric vehicles than BYD did in the first half of 2023, almost 45% more. So why would it be that folks in the fake news, I know actually that was the accurate description, would continue to say things like BYD has sold more electric vehicles than Tesla in the first half of the year? The only two possible answers, either they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, likely, or they're lying to you. Now, why is it that we continually hear BYD is selling more electric vehicles than Tesla? The answer is because people suffering from small brain syndrome and or intentionally attempting to deceive you include sales of BYD's internal combustion engine vehicles that also include a vibrator-sized battery inside them. You know, hybrids, whose primary form of propulsion is an internal combustion engine requiring gasoline. Let's move on.
Now, we may not have heard of it here in the US, but that's because their growth is coming from so many other places. They're targeting South America, they're targeting Africa, they're targeting the Middle East. BYD has also reportedly set its sights on India, already has an assembly plant there, and we know that's an area Tesla is interested in. The other thing to consider here, for the near term at least, are Cybertruck concerns. Now, if it feels like we've been talking about the Cybertruck for forever, it's because it's been a couple of years. The Cybertruck was announced in 2019, but it still fundamentally is a concept car. Production has been pushed back 2 years from its original date, and there are still even problems. Musk himself reportedly is concerned about the design and execution. Now, imagine the Cybertruck with me for a moment. You've got those misaligned doors, you have those uneven surfaces, and that really can become an engineering nightmare. So there are talks even of a possible redesign of this car that has already been in production for so long. The clock fundamentally, I would say, on the Cybertruck is ticking. Because remember, again, nothing at Tesla is ever exactly what it seems. The Cybertruck is sure about the truck. It's also about Tesla really grabbing its piece of the pickup truck market. But even more so, it's about Tesla doing something it hasn't done in a while, which is show us something new.
So the key takeaway there is, if you're a Tesla investor, you should be very, very, very concerned about Tesla over the very short term because Cybertruck. Cool story, bro.
So what does it mean for Tesla in the long term, Ali?
It's a good question, Akiko, because there's a lot of on one hand and on the other handing I'm about to do here. Because on one hand, there is some delivery growth from Tesla, right? Last quarter over quarter, 10% delivery growth. And analysts say that that's a win, but it also ties back to discounting, for example. That's where a lot of that growth is coming from. And remember, Tesla has scaled incredibly quickly, but they've also done a lot of recalls to that effect, right? They recalled 4 million cars since January 2022.
Is this real life? I feel really bad for this poor girl. I think somebody's set her up. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Somebody else has obviously prepared this for her, and she's just reading lines. Okay, so apparently Tesla has effectively recalled almost every vehicle it has ever produced in its history as a company in the last 12 months. The math definitely checks out on that. Of course, if I were more cynical, I might suggest that because Yahoo Finance is finance media and their primary advertisers in terms of total dollars are automotive companies and Tesla doesn't spend money advertising on Yahoo Finance, that this could potentially skew and create perhaps an editorial bias on Yahoo Finance that is anti-Tesla, which might be a reason why they would propagate literal lies. BYD outselling Tesla in terms of electric vehicles. False. Tesla recalling 4 million electric vehicles since January 2022. Oh, and also you should be concerned about Cybertruck. Oh, and by the way, it's more important to focus on the short term of Tesla rather than the long term anyway. But I'm not a cynical person. Therefore, that is just a total coincidence, that they repeatedly say things that are false and misleading about Tesla. And in addition to that, tend to always have a very negative skew on the company. Definitely just a big fucking coincidence.
On one hand, they have this maturing supercharger network, this battery operation that really is going to provide some longevity, but also they really don't have a secondary market that makes repairs easier. So I'd say in the end, Tesla isn't in a bad place exactly. It's definitely in a weird one, though. I'd say it has both the traits of this maturing company and this growing company. And it's going to take some time for that transition to really iron out.
When you know Tesla's killing it, but you can't say Tesla's killing it, you say they're not exactly in a bad place, they're in a weird place. Good job, Yahoo Finance. Very unbiased, accurate coverage of Tesla once again. Keep doing what you do. And now the antidote to the bullshit from Yahoo Finance, we're going to look at some actual facts regarding Tesla and their so-called competition, including BYD. Facts which, as I've mentioned, don't care about Yahoo Finance's feelings or their false assertions. This might be a little bit awkward. Tesla could nudge 50,000 deliveries in Australia this year. Tesla is on target to near the 50,000 annual deliveries mark by the end of this year, according to industry sales data so far in 2023. Some context here, less than 1.1 million vehicles are sold in Australia on a good year, in total. In other words, Tesla could come close to 5% of all new vehicles sold in Australia in 2023. That would be a 150% increase over the prior year. Of course, we don't know whether or not Tesla will maintain this sales trajectory. After all, the vehicles shipped to Australia come from Shanghai. And Shanghai doesn't just make vehicles for Australia, so the shipments can be very, very lumpy. That being said, in June 2023, Tesla surpassed its previous annual sales record. Okay, so Tesla's already passed 2022, and that happened in June, halfway through the year. And impressively, VFACTS industry sales data published this week shows that to the end of August 2023, 2 months after Tesla had just passed 20,000 vehicles, Tesla has reported 32,380 vehicles as sold, referring to deliveries rather than orders taken in Australia, a result which is up 307% versus this time last year. Now, of course, this is all speculation, but based on its average of 4,047 monthly deliveries up to the end of August 2023, Tesla could have notched up to 48,570 sales in Australia by the end of 2023. Based on last year's full year sales data, that could position Tesla as the 8th best-selling brand, with basically just one model carrying the whole company, on the Australian new car market. Electric vehicles made up 3.1% of all new vehicles sold in Australia last calendar year. So far this year, they're at 7.2%. And this is what August looks like in Australia for electric vehicles sold. Model Y towering over the so-called competition. 2,314 vehicles sold. I told you, it's a very small market. Model 3 coming in at second place. Not even half as many as the Model Y, but still almost 1,000 units sold. Impressively, and I mean impressively, BYD Atto 3 at 803 units sold. Again, in the scheme of things, it's all, but it's worth understanding. If Tesla had no Model Y, it'd be a pretty tight race between the Model 3 and the BYD Atto 3, although, spoiler alert, you guys know what happened, the whole refreshed Model 3? Yeah. Speaking of, this thing, with first deliveries estimated between January and March 2024, is stunning value in Australia. And I mean stunning. Refresh Model 3 starts at 61,900 Australian dollars. People in the state that I'm currently in, $3,000 rebate, so it's even less than that. But just the purchase price alone, under 62,000 Australian dollars. Now, why does this matter? If we head to the United States, the old Model 3 rear-wheel drive is $40,240. Ready to have your mind blown? If we convert dollar for dollar, the Australian new refresh Model 3 rear-wheel drive starting price to US dollars, $61,900 to US dollars, the new refreshed Model 3, better on everything, more range, more tech, it's got the screen in the back, more aerodynamic, everything about this thing is better. It is less than 40,000 US dollars to purchase the new refreshed Model 3. This is bizarre. I don't think this pricing will last, but hey, who knows? As we can see here on Google Trends, global search interest for Model 3 still remains elevated. Over the last 90 days, average relative search interest, let's call it around 20, 21, 22, something like that. Still, as I record this, close to 40, almost double. And this is after an absolute surge in interest when the refresh Model 3 was first announced. The point here, there is still a lot of buzz about this vehicle, more people learning about it, probably making orders as well. So, the reason for that long-winded detour, rest in fucking peace, BYD Atto sales in Australia. I've got a funny feeling we will probably see quite the surge in Tesla's Model 3 being sold in Australia once deliveries of the refresh Model 3, that is literally a steal at this point in time, begin. Now you might notice something. BYD, Chinese company. The XC40 from Volvo, a Chinese-owned company. You did know that, right? The EV6 from Kia. Polestar 2, again, a Chinese-owned company. This is what the future of the electric vehicle market looks in just about every region on the planet. Tesla number 1, and probably 2, maybe 3 as well. Then a bunch of Chinese electric vehicles. And if you're lucky, maybe 1 or 2 miraculous legacy automotive manufacturers. Some of the brands from Europe and or the United States that people today know and love, if they're lucky. So as we've just seen, Yahoo Finance were right. Tesla, not exactly in a bad place, but in a weird place. And by weird place, I mean taking a dump across the face of the so-called competition. including BYD, who are apparently selling more vehicles than Tesla. As we saw, I guess Australia must be the strange exception to that global trend. Oh wait, no, they were just wrong. They lied to you. BYD isn't selling as many electric vehicles as Tesla. I covered that earlier in the spreadsheet. Tesla in the first half of this year sold 45% more electric vehicles than BYD did globally. I'm sure Yahoo Finance was just a very innocent mistake that they made, though. In all seriousness, though, how's the saying go again? Don't attribute to malice what can be explained by incompetence. So let's give Yahoo Finance the benefit of the doubt. I guess they're just dumb motherfuckers. They weren't trying to lie to you. They just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Speaking of Chinese electric vehicles, congratulations to the Tesla China team. Gigafactory Shanghai has achieved its 2 millionth production vehicle milestone. Absolutely insane. Seriously, 2 million. Anyone remember when construction first commenced at this factory? Anyone? I'm never going to forget this one. This video from March 2019. For context, the first deliveries from that factory, December 2019. Very small volume though. So let's see what Dimet Dopez had to say. I think that's her name. Dimet Dopez? I forget. I don't know. I think she's got some daddy issues and taking them out on Elon. Did I say that out loud? Nah. Anyway, let's see what she had to say. I'm sure this has aged rather well. She's a very unbiased, quote, journalist who doesn't have it in for Tesla nor Elon. Ahem.
So far, the China plant is basically an open field with some digging going on. It's harder and harder to believe that there will be Model 3s coming out of the Tesla China Gigafactory by the end of the year. But what Tesla doesn't have right now is a factory. So that's a problem.
Well, what Tesla does have now is a factory that has produced its 2 millionth vehicle in the span of just a few years. Awkward. Is it just me, or have we seen a bit of a recurring theme over a period of many years? Talking heads in the mainstream finance media, either underestimating or doubting Tesla, in the best case, and often spreading lies, misinformation, fueling fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and seemingly attempting to scare investors. Seems to be a bit of a trend. Of course, it's got nothing to do with the fact that Tesla doesn't run ads in the mainstream finance media, and automotive companies in general are some of, if not the largest advertisers in the media, except in places like the United States where that happens to be pharmaceutical companies. And remember, make sure you stay up to date. It's for your protection, not our quarterly profits. You're up to date, right? If there's a new scary variant coming, you better get up to date. Wait, are people still falling for that? I don't know. Maybe we need to change our messaging. Wait, what? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, that's right. Believe everything you see in the fake news. They just care about the truth. Their advertisers don't skew their editorial biases whatsoever, and it's a coincidence that the mainstream media have had it in and continue to have it in for Tesla. It's just a huge coincidence. And if you don't know, I sometimes, occasionally, actually very often, talk about things that are also just a big, gigantic coincidence in my many exclusive Patreon videos and also my exclusive X content. If you want to see what I really think on a wide range of topics, click the links in the pinned comment, head over to Patreon, and also subscribe on X if you think you can handle it. Athletic Greens AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. Athletic Greens AG1 is an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. It certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point. It's something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy. Wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1, is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my God, snake oil salmon's sold out. Oh my God, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. And remember, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. There's nothing to lose here. Just try this stuff for a month, and if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. Get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link at the pinned comment, and please, let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon, and don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.